Hey guys, it's Seth, and I wanted to address a question I've gotten a few times, which has to do with digital marketing as a career. Are these jobs stable? Is the field growing? Is it a fad? This type of question. And a couple of subscribers have sent me quote from this guy, Scott Galloway, who is a professor at NYU, my alma mater, and they were concerned because Professor Galloway said in this lecture that basically, if you don't work for Google or Facebook, you're in trouble. Digital marketing is collapsing. And this guy is so foolish. I'm trying to be nice. This is First of all, I want to set your mind at ease and explain how wrong and misguided this pontificating academic professor is, who does not earn his living in the very space that he is criticizing or making these lavish, huge, sweeping doomsday predictions about. This guy, I believe, owns a particular kind of digital media firm that has to do with analysis and branding, but he's completely out of sync with the reality of the job market. And he even says that here. And this is kind of pisses me off because this guy is a professor at a big school, and he says here,
globally is controlled by two companies. If you look at Facebook and Google, they control 103% of last year's digital marketing.
Absolutely true.
Kids come to my office hours. They never want to talk about brand strategy or digital marketing. They want to talk about jobs. They're making a huge investment, and they want to be thoughtful about their careers. A lot of them want to go into digital marketing. It's very straightforward. Digital marketing is an outstanding career as long as you work for Facebook or Google. If you don't work for Facebook or Google and you're in digital marketing, you are now in an industry that is in structural decline. About 3,500 companies have raised 10 million or more in venture capital in the digital marketing ecosystem, and they join newspapers or magazines, and that their business is in decline.
This guy is such an idiot. Okay, here's the problem with what he's saying. First of all, I feel bad that there's students who want to know about jobs, and he's telling them, he's discouraging them and saying there are no jobs in digital marketing, which is just insipid. I don't know what kind of jobs he is thinking about. I think he doesn't understand the industry that is built on advertising and managing advertising for people who are doing advertising on Google and Facebook. Search engine management, SEO, lead generation, social media management. All of these jobs, the jobs that I've helped hundreds of people, young people with no previous experience, some with degrees, some without degrees, they have gotten jobs in this field because there's such an insane demand for it. And it's growing every day. And I'm not making this up. We'll go on LinkedIn, we'll look at some statistics. And I think what this professor is confused about, which is really unfortunate because he's obviously, people are listening to him as an authority and he doesn't know what he's talking about. He might be thinking, if you're maybe a competing digital marketing company, like if you want to create your own platform, absolutely. It's a very unique market. It is dominated by two companies, Google and Facebook. That's not what the jobs are, though. We're not trying to get people jobs making their own Facebook or Google or competitors for Facebook and Google. The jobs in digital marketing have to do with managing advertising on these platforms that dominate the landscape, which means within Google and Facebook, there's not just one ad on Google or one ad on Facebook. It's not like television in the 60s where there were three networks and it was like, okay, we're going to try to put an ad on NBC, ABC, CBS. Google has billions of searches every day, and those searches are for every industry, every topic, everything you can think of. Each search is like its own little stratosphere. And that's why there are millions of companies advertising on Google. So you've got shoe companies, you've got insurance companies, you've got chemical companies, you've got pizza shops, you've got the local mechanic, you've got millions of local businesses who are all advertising on Facebook and Google, and they need people to manage their advertising and help them compete on Google. That's where the jobs are. And that's why if I go to LinkedIn, I and I type in digital marketing, he said, when this was recorded in June, this industry has been on the upswing since 2011 when I got involved with it. And in my first video I did, you'll see I did a search, and there were something like, there were like 16, I don't know, 14,000, 12,000 jobs in the United States. And if you do a search now, you're going to see 29,000 results, and that's up from 20,000 the last time I did this search. And I've even had people say to me, is that accurate? And the answer is yes. You can actually go through all 200 pages of results, and you'll still see digital marketing strategist, digital marketing specialist, digital marketing specialist, digital marketing specialist, et cetera, et cetera. And I've done that on Indeed. If you go to Indeed and you type in digital marketing and you put in United States, and this is, just the United States. I've done this you can do this in the UK, and there's 20,000 jobs there, 49,000 jobs, and I can go all the way down to, see, digital marketing associate, digital marketing analyst. I can go all the way to page, I think I disappeared here. Page 13, I've gone to as far as page 30 on here to see, yes, digital marketing associate, digital marketing analyst, SEO. These are Bed Bath & Beyond, Sebastian Corp, Ad Machine, Sunbasket, New York, Woodland Hills, California, San Francisco, California, Union, New Jersey, Amesbury, Massachusetts, Carmel, Indiana, Brookline, Massachusetts, North Carolina, Connecticut, remote jobs. There are so many of these fucking jobs, and there's literally thousands and thousands. They're actually there. If you look at, this is one of my students who sent me, or one of my subscribers sent me this question. These are some statistics. The mean annual wage for market research analysts and marketing specialists is about $70,000 in 2015. That's from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The top 100 fastest growing occupations in California, market research analyst, marketing specialist jobs are expected to grow 32% in California in the next 10 years. Job growth. Marketing managers is projected to grow 9% from 2000 to 2024, faster than the average for all applications. So where this guy, who's a professor at NYU, is getting his insight is completely beyond me. It is not based in any reality that I know of. Okay, this guy is talking from some kind of intellectual, academic, theoretical, all over the place. If you listen to the rest of his lecture, I couldn't even follow him because he's jumping over. He's talking about very esoteric topics. He's not talking about, here's the job market, here's what the demands are. There's millions of companies, and these are the skills they need. They need people to handle marketing on Google and Facebook and other display networks. And for organic traffic, paid traffic, social media, all this stuff. These are real jobs. I'm not making them up. People are getting these jobs, and the demand is growing. So for this guy to go on stage and tell people that there is the future of this industry it's in decline, I can't tell if it's a lie or if he's just completely ignorant and just foolish. It's irresponsible to me, because this guy is obviously seen as an authority on this topic, but he's completely, either he misinterpreted the question or he's just completely so disconnected in his professorship that he is just talking out of his ass. So I feel bad if you're one of his students and you've been going to his office hours and you're like, I want a job in digital marketing. And he's like, there's no jobs in digital marketing. Come to my YouTube channel and learn about digital marketing. And you can talk to students of mine who didn't go to NYU who are working in digital marketing, because there are a lot of jobs. Anyway, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. I guess I'll link to his speech here and some of these statistics and things like that. So I hope that answers your questions, and have a great weekend.